part two of this rape culture in America and anti-abortions and babies and all this other stuff. You know, one thing that I will say, picking up from where I left off, my dad and I, we didn't see eye to eye on this until probably about 4 months before he died. And I had to point that shit out, because this is the way I live. I'm 100% real. I might not tell you the whole 1,000, but I'm going to tell you what you need. And you're either going to take it and run with it, or you're going to give me the finger. Either way is cool because you have that right. I put my dog tags on every day for you to continue to have that right. Because that's what I signed up for. Besides dying and I needed a job, I signed up so that everybody could have the right to have the rights. I told my dad, and I love my dads, don't get me wrong, but I told him, had the shoes been reversed, had I been born a girl, and I got raped, and I never learned kung fu or anything, and I couldn't fight my way out of a wet paper bag with holes in it, and a man decided to rape me because I'm wearing a short skirt like everyone else, and I just happen to be the reluctant hot chick or the ugly chick that no one would have gave a damn about if he attacked me. So I told my dad, I said, let me have been your daughter. Let me have been raped and let you and my mama not support me on getting rid of it. We wouldn't have no communication if y'all made me keep that baby. You would never see me. You would never see that child. And I would probably be in jail, or I would probably be in hell for killing myself and that baby because I didn't want it to begin with. So you're asking, why are you talking like this, James? Well, let me tell you something. I've never raped anybody. I would never rape anybody because I wouldn't want that shit happening to me. Alright? Whether I'm a man or a woman, no one wants to be raped. Period. Now, you might be into some kinky sexual shit, and that's cool as long as it's consensual and you and your male partner or you and your female partner is down. If she wants you to tie her up and you got her to sign a waiver and a check and you got everything written down and more importantly, you got that shit on video with her saying, yes, I consent to this, you got her dead to rights if she tries to take you to court. Alright? Because you got her on video, consenting. You have a written, signed out waiver that this is what we're going to do. You're going to sign this paper before we do it so that this shit doesn't come back to bite me in the ass. Now I'm moving backwards. When a man rapes a woman, or when a man rapes a man, it doesn't destroy the body as much as it destroys the soul. When you come from a place where your soul has been destroyed for things that you can't control, you're a different person than what you were. You're not the person you were meant to be anymore. Now you're a survivor of shit that should have never happened to you in the first place. I have not been raped. I don't know what that shit feels like. I have never raped a woman. I have never thought of raping a woman. I have never let that thought come to my head. Have I said I want to fuck quite a few chicks that walk down the street that's hot in short skirts and a lot of hot Asian women? Do I watch a lot of hot Asian porn? Yes, I do. Do I say to myself all the time, God, I would love to be that lucky guy that's putting his dipstick in there? Yes, I do. But I'm not going to be that guy who gets a knife, grabs a broad in the alley, holds the knife to her throat, and tell her that she's going to give it to me or she's going to die. I'm not going to get the guy who has the gun the credit or the guy who has the knife. Rape is just wrong. It's just that simple. It's just fucking wrong. Now, we as men, if you grew up and have a daughter, you wouldn't want nobody doing that shit to your daughter. So then you, as a man, should teach your sons not to do that shit. And until we do, rape's not going anywhere. It's not. And to the people who have not raped people and have been falsely accused, or to the people who have been lied to by women and have done statutory, and now they're basically sex offenders for consensual sex because the girl has lied about her age, and it can happen. Don't think for a New York minute that it can't. You can't make that shit up. This shit can happen. If you think that it can't happen, ask somebody. Oh, this shit can happen. Let me tell you, when I was younger, when I was in high school, and I was working at Kegler's, and I would not tell the people whose names that I was working with who told me this thing, because they told me, because they thought I was 14 when I was like 18. And it's like, if I was you, I would be dating 14-year-old girls. You could be getting pussy all the time because you look like you're 14 and you can drive. And I told him, I said, let me tell you something. Because at that time, I had the law down packed. I was fully on my way heading to being a police officer because that's what I wanted to do. And the only reason that was because it was the closest thing I could get to being an actual Marvel superhero. All right? Or DC superhero. Well, the only DC superhero I know for a fact that was a cop was John Jones, the Martian Manhunter. All right? Most of my Marvel superheroes were basically outlaws. That would be the X-Men and Spider-Man. And the Guardians of the Galaxy were the law. Anyway, so moving on, I was like, there's laws about that shit. It's called statutory. I'm not giving up my freedom for a vagina sandwich. Uh-oh. God, I hope you're still recording. Because the camera just went yippity-ki-yay. And that's not cool. Well, it looks like it's still recording. I don't know what the hell happened there. I think I'll be taking you back to Best Buy after I post this stuff. Well, anyway, so, I like my freedom. In fact, let's not even say that. I love my freedom. I love being able to go eat and wash my ass and defecate when I freaking choose to and when I need to, not when I'm ordered to. Now, have I ever been ordered to take a crap while I was in the military? No. But I have been ordered to pinch one off while an important command has been ordered to us during training. So, no one likes to be ordered to do anything. But to have your freedom ain't free. Alright? And that's the speech they gave us while I was enlisted. Freedom is not free. And we sign on so that everyone else doesn't have to. Alright? My uncle served. And they serve so that we don't have to. I chose to serve because I needed a job. My life was in hell. I needed a family that wasn't biologically kin to me that would not judge me. And I found that in Bravo. I found that in Delta. And I thank you guys very much for that. Even the drill sergeants that gave me a pain in the ass. Drill Sergeant White and Drill Sergeant Stokes. All is forgiven. I probably still could have took y'all if I wasn't such a thing as regulations and stuff. Yeah, I said it. I'm not afraid of you. No. Anytime you want to step in that ring, it's going to be a little bit of a problem for me now that I had to have a hip replacement. So I guess I probably should have drank some more Ensure, as Drill Sergeant Haynes would have said. But, all in good fun, I was born a fighter. I'm a die fighter. But I'm not no damn rapist. And so, before I end the second video about that, you need to think about some of the things that I've said. Think about the things that I've pointed out. Think about how just because you're looking at a chick and she's wearing skin tight jeans or what's the name of them damn pants? Skinny jeans and a tight bra and her flashlights are going. I'm trying to be polite, people. I really am. You have to forgive me. I'm blunt forward to the front, and if you don't like how I'm saying, like I said, there are other videos on here that are probably more suitable for you, and they're probably mine. And if they're not, then, I'm not going to be mad if you choose to look at someone else, because I can't. My snake crane secret, my dragon and my tiger. No. Okay, got that out of the way. Back on the rape thing. We as people, man and woman, we have to bring the little ones up to the standard of living where they're not hurting people, they're not killing people, they're not forcing girls to have sex. And let me get to the good one. Let's get to the most important part of growing up. The things that we need to keep our kids from misunderstanding is this thing called peer pressure. See, peer pressure gets kids to do a lot of dumb shit. I lost my virginity at 10 years old. Alright? 10. Way too young to be having any kind of sex. Way, way, way too young. No 10-year-old should ever have to go through anything that I've gone through. No, I wasn't molested. She was 12, and I was suckered into it. Their names will be completely anonymous, because as far as I know, she supposedly might be dead, but I don't really want to go there, because I don't know. Don't really care. But after it happened, I thought my penis was broken, because it never stopped getting hard. Never had a piss hard before that. Never had any kind of element down there other than, you get that feeling you gotta go pee, you go pee. That's it. After I was 10, that shit stayed like this, damn near all the time. And I lived in a house full of girls, so I have to keep adjusting and tucking and all this stuff because I had sex when I was 10. So peer pressure. We have to teach our kids to avoid peer pressure. Play along as long as you have to, but then just say no. There's nothing wrong with saying no. Yeah, you're probably going to get called a fag if you're a guy. You're probably going to get called a bitch or a lesbo if you're a chick. But hey, you know what you are. You know who you are. And the only reason people give you peer pressure is because somebody pressured them into it. And if you call them on it, they'll probably deny it. So, I've never peer pressured anybody into anything. I have been peer pressured into a lot of things. I have been peer pressured to play sports that I don't like because they needed bodies to fill in. My bros, Adrian and BJ, tricked me and my cousin Russell into playing with them on Saturday when they were on the football team and they had practice. And I think the thing that stopped me from being able to play is people kept trying to tackle me in my knees. As a martial artist, I know how important your knees are. And as a football player, they know how important your knees are. Well, some people who were on the team constantly kept tackling me at my knees. Instead of, if you hit me in the upper thighs, I'm cool with that. If you body slam me, I'm cool with that. But if you keep trying to take out my knees, those are part of my arsenal to control the power in my foot. I'm going to have to fuck you up. Which is what I did. Which is why they stopped asking me to play, and if they did play, they tagged me. All because of that touchdown that the 5'1.5" tall guy scored on Saturday before carrying his black ass to work. So anyway, if we can't teach our kids how to avoid peer pressure, then we can at least teach them how to adapt to it. We have to teach our kids to stop being afraid to tell their friends no. I never had that problem when I was a kid, except for that football thing. Because eventually it just got on my nerve. Now, see, had I been a girl, I probably would have been fucked that day. But, it's just that, you do things for your friends, especially friends that become more like family. But, you have to be able to tell your friends no. You have to be able to get that peer pressure off. And, hey, look, honestly, I'm glad I'm not a virgin because I'm 43. But, at like 10 and 12, nah, you should be playing with G.I. Joes and Batman. And if you're a girl, you should be playing with Barbie dolls and doing your girlfriend's hair and talking about anything except for boys. And granted, we know that you women mature faster than us up here and right here and sometimes even down here. And, that's something that you only need to share with other women until you have decided that you have found a man worthy of you sleeping with. I just cock-blocked about 1,000 people with that. Anyway, yeah, you guys are going to look back and say that. It's like, yeah, that damn James, man, he just cock-blocked everybody with that. Well, look here. Sometimes cock-blocking is actually a blessing in disguise. Because if you have younger sisters and you're cock-blocking these guys from getting into your sister, then you don't have to worry about your sisters getting like this. And those guys that you failed to cock-block, which means you failed your sisters, now they have babies. Guess who has to help watch them? Your dumbass. Just like my dumbass had to do. So, in closing, for all you young ladies and all you young men, again, these things, you can collect them free at the health department. They may not sell this exact brand. They do sell lifestyles, but they don't even sell them. They give them to you for free. Use them. You're 17, 18 years old. Your life's just starting. You're about to be 18. You're about to get out of high school, go to college. There's going to be mad booty there. So you're going to use these things so that you don't be a daddy and have to take any job. And that way you don't have to get a career because you're too busy buying diapers. Understand? And I'm sure you guys are thinking, James, you have gone so far left from the whole video about being about rape and rape culture. No. Everything is connected. Like the song Colors of the Wind. Everything is connected. We're all connected. And everything that I've said is something that you need to hear. Something that you need to know. Because if your parents aren't telling you this shit, your life's going to take a really bad turn. Not just a bad turn, but an awful turn. And you don't want to be the victim of, oh, well, I can't go do what I want to do because I have to help my siblings because they had babies with these assholes that didn't have the right or didn't have the balls to be men in the first damn place. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I still have to live with these facts every damn time I open up my mouth or take a breath or when I hear the paddling of little feet from children whose fathers don't want to be in their lives. Whereas other women who just won't let the men in their lives be in their children's lives because they're being bitches. I will do a video about that right now. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. I'm James Williams Jr. Have I offended anyone for watching this? I do apologize, but I don't apologize at the same time. Why? Because you need to know the truth. If you don't like the truth, that's not my problem. My job has been done. I've told you what you needed to know. Start with the boys and girls before they start having sex. They get about 8 or 9 or 10 years old and they start growing hair in strange places and come in and talk to you. It's time to have that fucking talk. Women, you need to have that talk with your daughters and your sons. Fathers, you need to have that talk with your sons and especially your daughters. Because if a father's not in his daughter's life, things can go incredibly wrong, incredibly fast, and then that just means her dad was a monkey's ass full of dick tips. I'm James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. And no, I am not from Regina, Saskatchewan. I'm going there though, as soon as I find it.